Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Orlando, and today we're talking about what's been going on in the housing market. As you guys have known, this has been a super crazy hot housing market, and a lot of these houses are not being bought by people. They're being bought by companies. And you know, the evil, these evil corporations, right, are going around, you know, just buying so many houses all at once and outbidding people by throwing, you know, cash offers and things like that. And we're gonna go over a video and go over some situations where we see people going through that and react to what's going on with them and throwing some input in to help you, maybe if you're going through this situation, how I can help you get through that situation. So let's just jump into the video.
For Tony Carr, the dance had become all too familiar. See a house?
I love this kitchen.
Fall in love, make an offer.
I was like, oh my God, this is the one. I want this one.
And then?
And then my offer was declined.
The Navy veteran was pre-approved with a loan, hoping to move to Gwinnett County, Georgia, to be closer to her mother.
How many offers did you put down?
30.
You see that at the start of the video, she has been looking for a home, trying to get closer to her mom, location-wise. This is something that happens all the time. Your parents get older, you want to be close by, but your parents still want to be independent, right? So you're trying to move closer to them, and she is a Navy veteran, you know, just like myself as a veteran, and she's looking for a home, and she put in 30 offers, guys. 30 offers, and she's been beat out every single time. And my guess is the reasons why she's being beat out is because of the cash offers, or, you know, the big corporations are coming in and offering so much more than what she can. But here's the thing that I want to say about this, guys, is that when you're in this situation, you kind of know what the market is, and you really have read up on things, and you know what to kind of go in, but it really doesn't hit you until you're actually in it and you're actually experiencing it. But I don't want you to, you know, think, you know, throw your towel in and think to yourself that I'm not going to find a home. Just keep on pushing. Try to make sure that you find good realtors that you're working with, realtors that are on your side, that will help you and give you tips to get your offer accepted, and not someone who's just going to just put in your offer and hope it gets accepted. There are a lot of realtors that are doing that, so make sure you ask the right questions to your realtor. Let's jump back into the video.
She was offering full asking price, if not more, but kept losing out to all cash offers. And while Tony doesn't know who the buyers were, the Atlanta area is one of the hottest markets for large financial firms, often backed by private equity, that buy up and rent out single-family homes.
They're very aggressive. Their offers come in all cash. They come in sight unseen. So as soon as the house hits the market, you got an offer from them. Okay, and they're ready to close within a few days.
Atlanta.
Did you guys hear that? She said that these investment companies are coming in, these corporations, because I'm telling you, it's the Zillows, it's these huge these private equity companies coming in that are backed by BlackRock and all these other stuff. The money is long, guys. The money is long, but they're coming in and they're buying properties all cash, sight unseen. And sellers want that, right? Sellers want them to get a high price and don't want to go through any difficult process to sell. So that is appeasing from a seller's standpoint. And, you know, I know a lot of times in this situation, you would get mad. Someone would be like, man, a buyer would get mad, be like, why are sellers accepting this? But if you're on the opposite side, you don't care who buys it. You're trying to sell it, make your money, and move on. So that is the case. So it's not the seller's fault, right? And then here's the thing, guys. Just because you're in that situation, I don't want you to break down and think to yourself, I'm going to do what they're going to do. I'm going to put more money down. I'm going to look at property sight unseen. I'm not going to get inspections done. I'm going to pay over asking price. Do not do that, guys. I promise you, I promise you, you will not regret it. You will regret it though if you do that. I can guarantee you there's something wrong with that house. I can promise you that you're probably overpaying for the property. I can probably promise you that you will just come up on some issue that you didn't know about beforehand. You know why? Because you didn't go look at anything. Like I explain it all the time. You wouldn't do it with a car. You wouldn't do it with any other purchase. Why do it with the biggest purchase of your life? Do not do that, guys. Let's jump back into the video.
Real estate agent Erlene Holder says more than half her office's listings are going to investment companies. The companies typically use computer algorithms to identify desirable property so they can bid quickly. One of them is Invitation Homes, which owns more than 12,000 single-family houses in the Atlanta area, and nationwide, more than 81,000. The company points to the country's current rental housing shortage and says it provides choice and flexibility to the growing segment of Americans across all generations who are opting to rent instead of own. 3 other large firms own more than 100,000 homes combined. One of them just announced a $5 billion fund to buy more.
Okay, guys. So you see that all these companies are buying all of these houses. They're using complicated algorithms and using data to figure out what are the best choices. And right now in Atlanta, like they said, using $5 billion fund to purchase homes. They're doing, buying up just groups and groups and groups. They're not looking at each home individually. But here's the thing, guys. Look, this is something that is going on currently in the marketplace. But here are the things that's going to happen. A lot of these companies, they are looking at how much money they can make as a group, not individually, right? They're not basing each deal individually. They're basing all of their cash flow, all of their appreciation, everything off of a group, off of a package deal. But they're going to sell them eventually. I can almost see the future where there are going to be a bunch of houses that will come on the market, multifamily, these single family homes, when these group of investors realize, okay, look, this was a great appreciating market at this point, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 years from now, they may not feel the same way about real estate like they felt when it was going up 10 to 15% a year. So once again, this is a patience game. Do not overpay. I'm going to repeat it again. Do not overpay. Let's jump back into the video.
$1 billion fund to buy more.
The pandemic has really accelerated this business.
Ryan December has been following this housing trend for years. He says for buyers, there are few legal options when they're competing with investors with deep pockets.
People start to think, well, what if I want to sell to one of them? What if what if an investor pays the highest price for my house when it's time to sell? And people don't, when they get to thinking about it, they don't want to restrict their market.
There's about 25 to 35% of the houses in this neighborhood are owned by Wall Street landlords.
It's why in places like this suburb outside Nashville, investors can build up huge inventory, says Tennessee State University professor Ken Shilton.
This is private equity coming in and mining equity out of communities and sending it back to people who are already wealthy.
Is this the American dream?
No.
After 30 offers, Tony Carr finally closed on a house by going farther away from where she'd hoped to be.
Everybody can't just walk in the door with $250,000 cash to buy a house. So my dream house, I can't have because I don't have $250,000 cash.
She may not, but big investment firms have billions. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, Gwinnett County, Georgia.
Okay, guys, so as you see, with the persistence that I was talking about earlier, she was able to find her home. She did state that it wasn't her dream home, right? But she thought outside of the box and she said, I'm going to move further away than the hot market that these companies are buying at. And so that's what she did. She decided to go ahead and put in an offer somewhere that was a little bit further away than the hot Atlanta market. and she got her offer accepted. And that is really a key point that I want to tell you guys, is that you have to think outside of the box. You may not get the basement, but you'll get the big yard. You may not get the big yard, but you may get the basement. You may not get the location that you want, but you will get a location a little bit further. That is what you guys have to do, but do not overpay, because I promise you, you will regret it in 3, 4, 5, 6 years when you look back and go, what was I thinking? Why would I pay $80,000 over? Because I got caught up in this eBay bidding war. This auction sell-off, basically trying to go against these huge private equity companies, BlackRock, Zillow, and all the rest of them. You're not going to win. There is no reason why you should be doing sight unseen, paying $80,000 over. Like I said earlier, if you won't do that with a car, you won't do that with any other consumer item, then why would you do it with the biggest purchase of your life, guys? Once again, I hope you got great value out of this video. I'm gonna need you to watch this next video here. It will help you get into real estate and get into your first rental property, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.